The next speaker is Brian Burke.
Good morning. Yeah, I attempted to speak to the audit committee this morning, and I was not allowed up. Apparently, these wristbands were missing, so as the audit committee saw, there was nobody here to speak. My issues perhaps deal more with that committee, but nevertheless, it does involve some safety issues. In 2015, some attorneys for Daniel Chu and Kristen Nolan had this article published in the New York Post, which of course defames the MTA itself, their employer, as well as myself. They ordered that I be assaulted and harassed while I was operating trains in 2014. And in 2015, after this article came out, they've also been withholding my wages, overtime, sick, vacation, and differential pay for 4.5 years. This is, of course, a criminal act. It involves, of course, both issues of safety and fraud. I know the MT board has been very concerned about fraud. I did speak with Mr. Byford on Monday. He believes his office does not deal in personnel issues. I don't say I agree with him, but he was very polite, and he referred me to Mr. Deal, Senior Vice President, Department of Safety and Security, and we agreed that the MTA Inspector General would be the person for this. The MTA Inspector General is refusing to investigate this, and I believe this would be an issue of a theft of honest services by the MTA Inspector General, that the Inspector General is in fact required to investigate allegations of fraud and has chosen not to do it in this case without explanation. And it's something that I think this board should be aware of. I've repeatedly attempted to speak to Ms. Porcorny, and unlike Mr. Byford, she refused to speak to me. I believe this is against the public interest, against what the Inspector General reports on their website, that they investigate fraud by MTA employees, and it should be against employees who are being defrauded against as well. Thank you.
This concludes the public speaking.
Approval of the minutes. Minutes are in the book for the